Hey guys, welcome back. I am so excited. This is by far my favorite four-stroke motorcycle ever created by Beta Motorcycles. This is a Street Legal Race Edition. It is the RS Special Edition. Let's jump into it and go over the features. This is the long-awaited Special Edition. We've had this bike on order for quite a while now. Very excited to have it in the shop here. This is the 390 version. Beta made it in both a 500 and a 390. I think the 500, they're both sold out at this point. So we have one 390 for the year. I certainly hope they continue this model in 2025. With as fast as it just sold out, with being a special edition, I'm hoping Beta saw that and was like, yep, we're going to keep making them. So behind us here, this is a 2024 390 RS. That's the standard model. We're going to compare the features between the two. But the main focus on this bike right here is that it is basically the race model with a 50-state street legal title with it. And that's huge for us here in New York. I could not register the two-strokes, and I cannot register the RR off-road models. It just can't happen in the state. They don't allow it. So let's jump into the features on this thing. So what you'll notice right away is you do get the RS mirrors. We can turn the handlebars here. So we get the RS mirrors, or the fold down mirrors. We can fold it down, fold them up. But the rest of these controls resemble the standard race edition model. So we have the clutch, your standard left-hand control block here, high beam, low beam, horn, turn signals. To deactivate it, you just push it in the middle. Right, deactivate. And then we have the smaller display, which a lot of us want. We don't want the big Trailtech Voyager. The Trailtech Voyager is nice, a ton of features, but it has a lot of extra things. Like it's going to splice into the coolant hose system because it reads the temperature for you. I don't want that. I don't want any extra splicing. I don't want any extra things to fail. So this display gets us right back down to the race model. It's just going to give you, if I can trip it here, there's our speed, odometer, and then the time. So very nice, clean display, small, out of the way. As we come this way, we have the kill switch and start button, and then we have our front brake. You will notice on this model there is no ignition key. Again, this is a stripped down race model, but it is street legal, which is what we are all looking for. You will notice down here, you do get the normal, this is the map switch. You have dry map, wet map, and then traction control. I will start the bike here at the end. I just remapped this. So I went through the whole system with Beta. Every new bike that comes into our showroom, we have to remap it before it leaves. It's all been done. So it's probably still a little warm because I had to reset the stepper motor. Let's look at the back here. This is the rear Beta tailpiece. You might not be excited about this, but this is what makes DOT happen. This lets us bring the bike into the country. You will notice though, if you look behind here, this is the standard tailpiece from a 2023 RS. If you wanted, you could purchase that tail lens to fit inside of the molding previously. So we can eliminate this whole thing in the back, just going back to that if you want. It is a clean look all the way down through. And here's our width on the turn signals. They kind of tuck in nice. Some people do different things. There are some cool companies online making completely tail tighty kits. Just be aware that they might not be street legal, like DOT, I should say. So if you want to be safe, it is nice having the turn signals out. If you want a sleeker look, check out online, just Google Beta rear tailpiece. You'll get all kinds of options on there. What you'll notice down here is it comes with the Maxxis tires. We get the red chain block adjusters, which is nice. The Nissan brake calipers. As you move toward the front, we do get the race edition foot pegs. They're the wider billet foot pegs. It's got the black shifter and brake lever. So on their side is the shift lever. You get the red billet engine plugs. The transmission plug is also billet. One thing that I really like that they added on the RS special model, it's kind of cool, the graphics are even special edition, is they added a cooling fan kit, which is huge. So all of our four-stroke bikes that we race, we always add the cooling fan kit. That's already included on this bike. So that's one thing that I wasn't sure on calling it the race model. These are not standard on the race. So not a big deal. You can add them to the race. They're like $200. It's not a big deal. As we come toward the front, we got the standard headlight bulb. So keep that in mind. This is not the LED that is found on the RS model. I like this. This is totally okay. It's going to be just fine. They do make bulb inserts. They make whole headlights. You can totally change that if you want to. You will notice this bike also got the new radiator design. You can see it's got the new cap on top. It's back to your standard radiator cap, and it's got the dimpled radiator, so we get a tighter turning radius on here. It's gonna be nice and tight. You can adjust these little jam nuts on the bottom here if you want to, so you can go even further with it. On the front wheel, we do have the Nissan brakes. Just like before, this is no different from the race edition to the standard. It's got the longer head pipe that comes down in the front, along with a nice skid plate. You'll see all the red billet stuff. Your oil filter housing cover. Again, engine fill plug. This is that black shifter. It does have the taller gearing. This is the 15 in the front, and I do not know the rear, to be honest. Let's check it out. This is coming with a, I can spin it a little bit more, a 48 in the rear. So you can kind of play with gearing. It does have the red chain block down here. And then it's got the standard kickstand on it. The seat, I don't know if I can do this one with one finger. Oh, I did. So seat pops off, pulls back. Underneath here, we just have our battery and our air filter. We could pop the side cover off, air filters right there. That is really no different than the standard models. So not a lot there to talk about. Let's jump over and talk about the standard model just to give you guys some differences here. We'll do the same thing. We'll start on the handlebar. The same exact left-hand controls, same control, same clutch lever. This is that Trailtech Voyager. You can see it sits a little bit higher and a lot more information. We have engine light, turn signals, lights, and an engine light. And then we have the keyed ignition. So if you're wanting to go travel and go to like a gas station or go into a grocery store or at work and you want a key for security, you're going to want to grab the standard model. Same exact left-hand controls and front brake. So nothing's different on the handlebar layout as far as your controls. It's just the middle that's different here. As we jump to the back, you'll see the brakes are identical, same tires, not a red anodized chain block. That's not a big deal. Any of the red anodized stuff to me is not why I would buy either model. It does have the same exact rear tailpiece. Again, this is a DOT thing from our wonderful US government. So that's going to be on both of the street legal models. As we move forward, to be honest with you, a lot of us are liking the standard pegs more. My Pro MX rider, Bryn, he actually wanted the stock pegs instead of the RX pegs, which is the black billet one. So I almost feel like this is a better foot peg in our opinion. Standard color here. Again, you still get oil caps. It's not a big deal. They're just not billet. This does have what we should talk about, which we didn't. This bike over here is KYB suspension. Closed cartridge KYB shock, forks, KYB shock. This has the stock suspension. So this is a softer suspension. Very excited about this. I'm pretty sad that the RR line is going away from this next year for 2025. They just released that. You could check out that video on our channel. But I really enjoy the stock stuff. It's softer. I'm not like a racer anymore, so I'm okay with that. I have a standard 350. Works really good for me. As we look toward the front, you will see that this bike has the LED headlight in the front. Mixed reviews on that headlight. It's pretty spotty. Like, it works good, but your high beam is a pretty narrow path. So like, as you look out with it, it's kind of like a spot. It's not like a huge wide view. So don't buy this bike because it has the LED headlight versus that one. That's not a good selling point. I don't think it's any better. Down here is the same exact Nissan brakes that you'll find on the model over there. Same exact layout under the seat. It's just the battery and air filter. Really nothing different under there. This does have the cooling fan kit. That was always one of the benefits of the standard RR model, was the cooling fan. Same exact skid plate, same exact header pipe. This is the splice I was talking about. For that Trailtech Voyager, we're adding another splice here. That's what gives us our reading on the Voyager. So this one is 100% still stock. I have not remapped this. Just came out of the crate. So let's just go over both bikes real quick. If I was just adventure riding with my friends, slower trails, or like off-road dual sport riding, I would still buy this bike. More features in the display, softer suspension. So that's going to be my target, I think, is if you're going to race on the weekends but still want a street legal bike, you're going to go there. If you're going to go dual sport riding with your buddies, I'm still going to send you here. So hope you guys found the video helpful. This was Jared at 3C's Recreation. What a beautiful day here. Enjoy the ride, and we'll see you on the trail.